Imagine if you just bought a brand new 2026 1,000 horsepower Corvette ZR1, but you later found out that the government installed a speed limiter so you could only do 55 miles an hour. Well, that is exactly what is happening with these new Wi-Fi 7 routers. Hey everybody, it's Eddie Z here from Easy Trading Computers, and today I am going to blow your mind with something that is absolutely incredible that's happening in the world of wireless right now. Picture this. Your Wi-Fi router has been wearing handcuffs this whole time, and I'm about to show you how to legally cut them off. So here's the deal. You know how sometimes you're on the internet on your phone, maybe all the way across the house, and it feels like you're on dial-up or slower than dial-up? Well, there is this amazing new technology called AFC, also known as Automated Frequency Coordination. And it's basically like giving your router a legal performance enhancer. Yeah, you heard that right, legal. Now, before you start thinking this sounds too good to be true, let me break this down in the simplest way possible. Imagine your Wi-Fi router is like a high-performance sports car, like I mentioned, but the government slapped on one of those speed limiters like you find on rental cars. You've got all this horsepower under the hood, but you're stuck crawling in the right lane. That's exactly what's been happening with your 6 gigahertz Wi-Fi band, which is also strangely known as Wi-Fi 7. Here's why that's happening. The government has all of these critical systems using the same 6 gigahertz frequencies. Satellite stations, emergency services, telecom infrastructure, really important stuff that keeps our world running. So when Wi-Fi companies wanted to use a super fast 6 gigahertz highway, the Fed said, fine, but you gotta stay in the slow lane and you gotta keep the power way down. But here's where it starts to get exciting. AFC is like having a really smart traffic controller that talks to the government database and says, hey, is there any important government equipment around this specific location? And if the answer is no, the coast is clear, then boom, your router gets permission to unleash its full power. Think of it like this. You know how at a big concert festival, think back to the beginning, the Black Sabbath tribute or any of these huge concert festivals, there's a stage manager making sure that every band comes on at the right time and that nobody overlaps. That's what AFC does for your Wi-Fi. Your router checks in with a government database, and if the stage is free, it gets the spotlight and it cranks up the volume. Now here's a really cool part, and believe me, this is where it gets mind-blowing. We're talking about going from maybe 30 megabits per second at the far end of your house to over 500 megabits. And that's not a small improvement, folks. That's like upgrading from a bicycle to a Ferrari. You might be asking, why should a trader care about this? Well, think about it. Your chart's updating in real time without any lag or delay or latency whatsoever. Your order execution's firing off instantly instead of that little bit of slippage, and your video calls with other traders staying rock solid with 0 dropouts. This is what intentionally can improve. When milliseconds matter, this extra wireless horsepower can make a difference. Now, don't get me wrong. I still recommend staying wired whenever you can. A good Ethernet connection is always going to be king for stability. But I realize there are traders that trade on laptops. They just don't have the ability to run cables, and they have to use wireless. Getting an AFC-powered Wi-Fi router gives you the next best thing to being hardwired. One quick thing here, if you want to understand all of the secrets to building the fastest and the most reliable trading computer setup, grab my complete guide to trading computers. It's totally free, and it's packed with stuff that'll save you from costly mistakes. The link is in the description. Go check it out now. So the technical magic happens because the AFC lets your router bump up its broadcasting power from about 1 watt to 4 watts. That might not sound like much, but in the wireless world, that's a difference between whispering and shouting. Your 6 gigahertz signal should suddenly be able to reach much further and at much faster speeds. Now here's where it gets a little tricky, and this is important stuff to understand. Not every device can take full advantage of this power boost. Your router can blast that strong signal to your devices, no problem, but sending data back to the router depends on what kind of device you're using. Modern laptops and smartphones with the right chips and drivers can handle it both ways. but some older models might only benefit from the download boost. Most of what we do online as traders is downloading stuff, streaming videos, loading web pages, loading trading platforms, and watching the market. The upload speeds are usually fine as they are, but if you're sending tons of orders, which you would do if you had some kind of local automated trading strategy where the computer is canceling orders and resending orders every few seconds, your upload speeds are going to be important. Here's something else to know. It's not an exact science just yet. Sometimes AFC won't be able to figure out your location properly, or it may just decide not to give you permission. So while the technology is amazing, it's not 100% guarantee every time. And yeah, there are privacy implications. Your router has to know its exact location to check with the government database. So if you're one of those people who's worried about privacy, well, your router is going to be tattling on your address to enable this feature. But hey, if you want the performance boost, that's the trade-off. So the key takeaway with this technology is your router has to be able to generate and specify your exact GPS coordinates. If your router can figure out this location through your internet connection, then you're golden. Now here's probably the biggest issue with this. Not every router has AFC capability built in. In fact, there are very, very few. You need specific hardware that supports it, and it has to be enabled through firmware updates. It's like having a race car that needs the right key to unlock its full potential. The availability also depends on where you live in the world. The US has pretty good support for this, but other countries are still figuring out the regulations. It's like some countries are still deciding whether to allow the fast cars on their highways. But when everything aligns perfectly, you get the right router, the right location, the right regulatory approval, it's absolutely magic. Your 6 gigahertz Wi-Fi 7 transforms from the short-range, wimpy signal into this powerful, long-range beast that you can actually compete with and sometimes beat your 5 gigahertz performance. The best part? This isn't some theoretical future technology. It's happening right now. As of this video, there are only 2 AFC-enabled Wi-Fi routers that I've found so far for home users. They are the Asus ROG Strix GS BE18000 and the Ubiquiti Networks Unify Enterprise 7. These early adopters are already seeing incredible performance gains. So here is a prediction. Within the next couple of years, AFC is going to become a standard on these high-end Wi-Fi 7 routers. We're going to look back at the pre-AFC days like we look back now on dial-up. So the takeaway here is simple. If you're shopping for a new router and you want the absolute best performance possible, make sure it has AFC capability. It might not work everywhere yet, so just be ready for that. But when it does work, it's going to blow your socks clean off your feet. And remember, folks, this is all completely legal and it's government approved. No hacking, no rule breaking, just pure, legitimate wireless performance that'll make your neighbors wonder if you've got some kind of secret internet connection. And don't forget, download your free complete guide to trading computers. That link is in the description. It will give you the insider knowledge that you need before you spend a single dollar on a new machine. And by the way, if you know that you're ready for an upgrade, we've got a high-end computer on sale for you right now. Go ahead and click that sale link that's in the description if you know you're ready to upgrade. And if you found this video helpful, hit that like button, hit subscribe. Please subscribe to the channel and let me know in the comments what routers you're using right now. I really want to know what routers you're using right now and if you've tried this AFC mode. And if you really want to know where the future of trading technology is headed, check out this video right here. Do that now. I'm Eddie Z. Thanks for watching, and may the trend be with you.